Hi everyone, it's Tuplex. Welcome back. As you can see, we are almost done with atomic bomb research. I came and found that I was having trouble keeping up with the turret and ammo production because the iron supply is pretty thin. But then I looked in the logistics network and I saw that I have a ton of red ammo and almost 2,000 gun turrets available. So I set up some requester chests to pull those out of the network. So we'll use those up instead. And then I put the output inserters on the logistics network so that they'll only work when we have less than 200 ammo or less than one stack of gun turrets. Because I don't think I'm going to use red ammo or gun turrets for anything else in the near future. I've also tried to bring in some more ore. Yeah, I've only got 2.4K in there right now. I added a couple trains, or I added one train. And then one of the trains I diverted to iron ore load 4, which is the new ore station. Iron 1 is pretty much done. There's only one miner still working. Everything else is mined out. I guess I've got a couple little patches there, but I'm not going to waste my time trying to cap those. So I'll just let this one go. And then once this is, once this one is depleted, and then I'll send a train to pick this up, and then we'll decommission that station. I did finish the wall, which I'm pretty pleased about. So you can see we've got perimeter defense around the entire base. There, over here, up here. I'll probably want to extend this wall to get that iron patch at some point. Right, so we are completely walled in. We've got a lot of iron and copper and even coal and uranium within the walls. So I don't think we'll have to go outside the walls anytime soon. And because we are fully enclosed now, I created a deconstruction planer that will grab turrets so I can start using those around the inside of the base. In fact, I already ran that on this entire main base to get rid of all the turrets that we had sitting around. And those will just go into the logistics network. I picked up all the turrets over here. I think I got up here as well. Yeah. So we can start to clean up the turrets from inside the walls since they are no longer necessary. And that's one less thing to worry about. So if we look at power, we still have plenty of power available. Uranium, we've got lots and lots of uranium, so not concerned there. So I think the next thing to do is to start to set up the rocket base. If we look at our map again, I thought that this area over here in the corner will be a good place for it. There's a lot of space, and we have easy access to rail from two sides. So I think we'll set up there. I did build a rocket silo already, so let me grab that from storage. Okay, and bomb research is done. There's not really any research that I really want until we get into the infinite research. I suppose I should get combat robotics 3 and 2. Let's go ahead and get those. I'll probably get uranium ammo, and then after that I'm just going to be going for robot speed and mining productivity, because I'm not really terribly interested in the military upgrades, and those can be relatively endless. Where are all my iron trains? That's what I'm kind of curious about. Okay, here's one getting loaded. There should be one getting loaded here. And then the others... Okay, the others are being slowly loaded down here. I think we need to get more bots down there. Let's do that quickly. Okay, I got my rocket silo, so we can set that up. Let me grab some more logistics bots. And I'm going to add another 100 logistics bots. Actually, you know what, let's get 200. I don't know if I'll need all those, but we'll grab them anyway. Okay, and we'll go down there real quick. I added another engine to the back of my construction train, and it's much faster now. I should have done that a long time ago. It accelerates a lot more quickly. You can see here I get up to full speed almost before I get onto the main rail, which is pretty nice. So you'll notice that with the wall done, I also went through and cleaned up all the biters inside the walls, so everything is clear. I was hoping to have atomic bombs done before that. So now we'll have to wait for some other reason to test it out. Okay, and I'm waiting to get to the passenger station. Here we go. I may have to move my passenger station. No, I'm good. All right. Okay, so let's add 100 more bots. And see if we load quickly enough that way. Yeah, I think that's really the bottleneck now, is just that we don't have enough bots to load as fast as we want. So I guess I'll go ahead and put them all in there. And it's using all 300. I'm not sure what the maximum is going to be. Probably a lot more than 300 if we wanted to load at full speed. Hopefully this will be fast enough. Okay, and while I'm here, I'll pick up the mined out drills. And I'll leave the chests. Should put a couple here. Whoops. And we should put a few over here as well. Not sure how I missed this. There we go. Okay. And I picked up one of the bots somehow. There we go. So it's easily making use of 300. If that's not enough to keep things going, then we can always come down and add more. Alright, so let's go up to the construction area and start to set up the rocket base. So what I'm thinking is, at the rocket base we'll have the silo, and I'm going to have the production of the low density structures and rocket control units. And satellites too, I guess. Rocket fuel I'm going to make off-site, because I'm going to have a dedicated outpost just making solid fuel for rocket fuel, and I figure I might as well just make the rocket fuel in the same place. And so what I'm going to do this time is I'm going to start by setting up the silo and the production of the parts, and then we'll work our way backwards through the production chain to start to feed it. All right, so let's go to wall east. I'm going to grab some more factories, and I'm going to need a lot more beacons. And maybe I can just load these into my train. Yeah, I'll just put them in here because they're gonna, well, the beacons take up a lot of room. And then let's grab some extra modules. I don't really know how many I'm gonna need here, so I'll just grab a bunch. We'll probably have to come back to get more stuff, but that's okay. Gimme. Okay, and where are my modules? Here they come. I know I've got a lot of modules in the network. Yeah, I have almost 1,000 of each. And actually, before I forget, I should probably turn up the module production. I think I have these capped at 1,000. Yeah, and I think I'm gonna raise that to 2. 1,000, and let's set this to 2,000. Because I think at this point in the game, we're going to start using a lot more modules, I believe. And what are you starving for? Assembly machines. What? Okay. Let's get some boost here on the gear production. That's better. Okay. Go back up to our train station. I might want to load up with concrete. Yeah, actually, let me get rid of these walls. And I'm going to use this car to load concrete. So I'm going to want to put concrete over there, and we'll need a whole train full. There we go. Get these guys emptied out. Hope I've got enough storage. can always double it. Okay, and Combat Robotics 3 on the way. All right. Now these requesters we put on concrete. And we'll turn that on to start loading up. Okay. Well, we'll come back to finish that. We don't need to do that right now. Actually, how many are we going to get in here? 100, 4,000. So let's set each of these to 1,000. So that there's plenty there when we come back. All right. So we're going to go to wall east and start setting up. Let me I'm just going to get this off the main line. Okay. There we go. That way we don't block traffic. All right, so let's decide where the silo should go. I could try to put it maybe right here in the middle, and then yeah, I'm thinking maybe here in the middle. That way we can have production of some rocket parts on one side and others on the other side. That'll leave us room for train stations to bring in the parts that we need. So I think right about there will be a good place. So let's head over there. Okay. This is the place. All right, and we'll give it some power. Start getting rid of trees. Okay. All right, so let's start doing a little planning. All right, so I was looking at rocket fuel. Rocket fuel, I figured I need 382 per minute. Now remember, we're doing one rocket every 2 minutes, so that means we need 500 rocket parts, or 50 rocket parts per minute. But because we've got 1.4 productivity, because we're going to put productivity modules in the rocket silo, 50 divided by 1.4 is 35.7. And then there's 10 rocket fuels per rocket part. So that means we need 357 per minute. And then we need a few extra because the satellite takes rocket fuel as well. So that's why I came up with 382. Now the one that's not used in the satellite are the rocket control units, I believe. Yeah, so let's start with that because that'll be the easiest to figure. So this one, we need 357 per minute. Or let's make it 358 because it's actually 357.1. So let's add rocket control unit. This is per minute. 358. Okay. And we're going to be using productivity modules with speed. There's going to be 8 per assembler. So that means we're going to need 24 assemblers making rocket control units. Okay. So let's put our modules in there. We're going to auto launch. Okay, and then we can feed this with a requester chest. And I'm probably going to want to put some robo ports. Maybe we'll do 3 on each side like this. And yeah, let's just use a substation on each side to power it up. Okay, so that's going to request rocket control units. This one's going to request low density structures, and then we'll figure out where to bring in the rocket fuel, either from the top or the bottom. Okay, but this side is going to be the control units. All right, and then, like I said, we need 24 machines. So we could do 2 rows of 12. Right, we're going to need a row of beacons. And then, yeah, let's do 2 rows of 12. So it's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I think that's 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yep. Okay. And this is going to be bot-based, of course. Okay. And then we're going to have a requester chest. Actually, I think we can use yellow inserters here because we need one of each. And then we're going to have a provider chest on each one, and then we can put a power pole. I think every 3? No, I guess it'll have to be every other one gets a power pole. right? And we should probably limit these. You know what? I'm just going to limit it to 1 stack. I'll just do it like that. Oh, and then we can put a light in the middle as well. All right, so let's blueprint that. No, let's do more lights. Yeah. Okay, and then on the other side, we have another row of beacons. Okay, so each one has 8 beacons on them. We load those with productivity modules. We load these with speed modules. Okay, and then we just have to power it up. Or actually, let's copy it first. So we'll do the second row. And I'm short on inserters. Okay. All right, we'll come back and get those. All right, so let's power this up. Good. Okay, looks like we need some power poles for the beacons as well. There. Okay, so rocket control units are pretty much all set. And I'll put in all 200 logistic spots for now. Okay, and then here we're gonna need, I guess I'll put a stack inserter on each side there. We'll put a couple lights. All right. So rocket control units are set. Now we just have to figure out how to give enough blue circuits and speed modules in here, which is really the hard part. All right, so in the next episode, we'll continue with the low density structures on the other side, and then we'll start setting up some train stations to bring in the materials that we need to make all this. Thanks for watching. See you soon. Bye-bye.